This is Big Rudy Showtime! I eat, sleep, stream. The Rangers send your streams. I eat, sleep, stream. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. I speak all of the monsters I see. I still feel the darkness on my screen. If you blink, you'll miss the jump and the creep. From Angel Grove to horror dreams for all my squad. This is Big Rudy's energy. The show inside your dreams. I'll hype you with the screams. You're locked in deep. I am the late night fever stream. I put your fears to sleep. I'll keep you in your seat. Brutality. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. I eat, sleep, stream. The Rangers send your screams. I eat, sleep, stream. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. And your screams, I eat, sleep, stream. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's love, love, love. Welcome to the Big Ruddy Honor Show! Thunder crashes, darkness falls. Hear the voices through the halls. Skylight and Shotzi take the stage, unleashing chaos, fear and rage. Freddy's waiting in your dreams. Jason's hunting by the streams. Art the clown brings twisted pain. Jigsaw's playing deadly games. Feel the fire in your soul. Hear the crowd lose control. Raise your fists into the sky. Tonight the legends never die. Welcome to the Big Rudy Horror Show. Into the darkness we all go. Action figures, horror games. Emblems and icons, famous names. Like conjuring spirits come and serious shadows start to grow. Final destination seals your fate. The shimmer of hard rolls away. Second last beneath the light. Creatures rising in the night. Fear and madness to hide. From the movies to the screen, living out the darkest dreams. Heavy guitars and pounding drums, hear the sound of evil come. City, what the cloud? Six Chucky. The nightmare never dies. We are the monsters. We are the screams, living forever inside your dreams. Through the darkness, through the pain, the horror show will reign. Welcome to the Big Rudy Horror Show. Feel the power, let it flow. Scarlet and Shark, they lead the fight. Rolling over the endless night. Raise your voices in the crowd. Scream the anthem long and loud. Welcome to the Big Rudy Horror Show. Welcome to the chamber. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Rudy Show / Horror Show. You know, I'm your host, Mr. Rudy, chilling here in the lovely Sunday. Some people have Sunday, somebody have Monday. But I want to say thanks to everyone who's watching or you're going to watch it later, the replay. But you know, I need to clip each video so it'll be better so people can catch it. And I'm going to give everybody a warm and applause. I know. Tomorrow people need to work or people have things to do. But people work tomorrow. Well, I enjoyed this Sunday what we're going to talk about. So, you know, we like to stay on topic. We're going to talk about new Funko Pop being released, some JDF interview about some owner, then the Bride of Chucky, the recap. And that's it. We're going to talk about nothing new because it's Sunday. Everybody want to go home or want to go to sleep during their sleep time. But hey, let's do it. You know, Skittle Rampage, my favorite YouTuber, talking about new Funko Pop coming soon for use. Let's go for it.
Today, guys, we have first looks at over 40 new Funko Pop releases. Hey, everyone, welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So we're back with Funko news updates. A lot of first looks today. We had some stuff drop recently. We have stuff dropping next week, too, and a bunch of other updates. Now, guys, as for our question of the day, before we get started, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Funko Pop sticker that Funko has ever put out? All right, so let's go and get started with what...
Mine will be the New York Comic Con one with the Dragon Zora I have, signed by Jdf'S.
It's dropping next week on Wednesday at 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. EST. So firstly, for Biddy fans, we have some new Biddy Pop Town 3-packs. This includes Sanrio here. We have the Hello Kitty Cafe, Karopi's Market, and Kuromi's House. And it comes with 3 individual Biddy Pops. We also have one for The Simpsons, including The House, Moe's Bar, and Krusty Burger. Next up, we have Harry Potter here, including the Leaky Cauldron, Gringotts Wizarding Bank, and Flourish and Blots. Moving on to A Christmas Story, we had 4 new pops. This included Ralphie in the bunny suit, which was flocked. I like that it's flocked. It looks really nice. Then we have Ralphie with the soap in the mouth.
Ooh, but nice shirt for me.
As well as Scott Farkas and Randy Parker. Next year from Five Nights at Freddy's, we have the toy versions of each character. This includes Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica here. They almost have like a pearlescent shine to them, which looks pretty nice. Next up from Formula One, we have a few new pops. This includes Lando, Oscar, Ayrton. I'm not exactly sure how to say Senna's name there. Then we also have James Hunt as a pop ride and Lando Norris as a pop ride. These actually look really cool. Next up from Pop Mascots, we have some new hockey ones. This includes Tommy Hawk, as well as the octopus. I actually really like the octopus mold. They did a great job on that. Now, guys, all of those new pops and Biddy Pop, I actually really like that.
I like the octopus too, like he was angry. He wanted to smoke.
Octopus mold. They did a great job on that. Now, guys, all of those new pops and Biddy Pop items we just went over again are dropping next week on Wednesday at 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. EST on most major retailers, Entertainment Earth, Amazon, and a few other places. We could also see some exclusives from some of these sets, so stay tuned. Okay, moving on to a couple things that did drop recently. Over on Friday, we had some new horror pops. This included Halloween 2 here. We actually had Michael Myers.
Ooh, yeah, some Michael Myers Halloween 2. Looks sick. Then you got Lori. Oh man, I want to get the Dr. Loomis. The Dr. Loomis looks sick. But I shot him 6 times. 6 times. But I like the flaming Michael Myers one. I'd be sick if they did like a glow in the dark, the flame ones. I would pick it up.
And a pop cover here where he's kind of covered in blood, and I think those are bullet holes. I think that's what it looks like, almost with a bloody knife. Then we also have Michael Myers on fire, which actually turned out really good. Blood going down the eyes. That's really nice. Next up, we have a new characters, including Laurie Strode as well as Dr. Loomis there. I think that's great that we're finally expanding on this universe. Now, some more new horror pops we did get included Universal Monsters here. Looks to be an anniversary set for Frankenstein. So we have Frankenstein, and then we also have a cover there for the VHS line. Now, same.
Ooh, I like the Frankenstein one and the Werewolf one. Old school characters.
Thing goes for the Wolfman here. We actually have Wolfman in the bear trap there, and then we also have a cover standing on the rocks. These actually look pretty good. Now, guys, those brand new horror pops did actually drop for pre-order again over on Friday. They're available now. I'll have links down below if you want to grab any of these. They're available on Entertainment Earth, Amazon, and the Funko Shop. Moving on to a couple other new things that did drop recently. Looks like Funko is bringing back mugs full force here. We have a ton of different characters, including Toothless there, Wonder Woman, Storm, and Cyclops. Then we also have Reptar and Garfield.
Ooh, I want to get the Garfield one. Looks pretty sick. The coffee mug, Funko Pop. Maybe Cyclops.
I actually really like the Cyclops one with the visor there. That looks really cool. Toothless is also really nice, and so is Reptar. Let me know what you guys think about Funko mugs here. Not really something I thought they would bring back, but I think they're actually on discount technically right now until tomorrow. I'll have a link down below if you guys want to grab any of these new pop mugs. Okay, moving on from Amazon, we actually got a 10-pack set of a Biddy box here from Sanrio. This is an Amazon exclusive. Did go live briefly, however, it sold out pretty quick. It will be back, don't worry though, but it includes a ton of different characters there, and then of course you have the Biddy box too. Moving on for my Pokemon fans, the Gengar Pearlescent exclusive over at the Pokemon Center did actually drop. You can check and see if it's still available on the Pokemon Center if you want to grab it. Okay, moving on to the Funko Shop, lots of new things in stock now. This includes the new Breaking Bad collection. We have the Bloody Gus Fring exclusive in there too, as well as Walter White in the Green Apron, Heisenberg, and then the Pop Ride. Then we also already have the new Lanterns collection of House.
The new Green Lantern TV show, Bird Turtle, and the Charizard one. The Charizard looks sick.
Jordan, John Stewart, and Sinestro. The new Pokemon Pops of War Turtle as well as the premium Charizard are available. On this next page, we have Lycanroc Midday. I don't think the other variation is available just yet. We also have Neopets, Aisha, Saibunny, Kachik, and Shoiru. Next up, we have the Flocked Shadow, which is a Hot Topic exclusive available there. Grey Hulk comic cover, the Funko Shop exclusive Bomb from Chainsaw Man. Then we also have the Kid Zorro and the Winnie the Pooh Whittle Deco set, which continues on the next page with Tigger and Eeyore. We also have the new Sebastian and Flounder, as well as Ariel with Sebastian, Mandalorian mini set, and then that new X-Men 97 collection, and then Jason at camp. So as always, hit up the Funko Shop if you guys need anything new and available. Links down below. Okay, next up for my One Piece fans, want to let you guys know we're having an exclusive drop on the Funko Shop over on Monday at 9 a.m. PT, which is Oars, part of the Thriller Bark collection. This is a 6-inch pop if you're wondering. No word on the stock count, unfortunately. However, I don't think it's going to be a crazy hot seller. You should be able to get this pretty easy. Moving on from Little Miss Chase Finds over on Instagram, lots of new things hitting box lunch stores. We do have the new Pokemon collection with the Charizard Premium, the new Breaking Bad collection with Gus. You should actually be able to find.
So the Charizard one looks sick. It had the flame around it. Some new Funko Pop I've never seen before, but mostly I collect more into like more towards anime and wrestling Funko Pop or horror characters.
That full set there too. Same with Monster Hunter. We have Athos there, Quinta from Don to Don, Lydia Dietz from the Beetlejuice animated collection, and then Huggy Wuggy from Poppy Playtime. Now, a few other pops on the side there include Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter. We also have Jin there from Togen Anki. That actually has several different pops and a chase variation, so you can check Box Lunch and Hot Topic stores for that chase. We also have Okarun Mid-Transformation and Barbie Glitter. Another set you should be able to actively find in Hot Topic and Box Lunch stores over the next week or two is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I had some people...
Oh, Demon Slayer. You've got... I forgot his name. Man, so much character, I forgot their name. Gyu, Salvatore, guys, let's say.
Telling me that they were starting to find those, so make sure to look out for those too, including that Zenitsu chase. Okay, moving on to a couple of new things that are coming soon that we did get first looks at. We do have a potential first look at a new Adam Eve pop here, and this features her at the end of the Conquest fight, if I'm not mistaken, when her powers kind of just go all out and she's going crazy. This actually has the potential for a fantastic mold, like fully painted here. But yeah, I guess this is like the prototype of a prototype, something like that. I don't know, it's interesting. But if this is true, I'll let you guys know down the line. This would be an interesting piece for sure. I wonder if they'll do it like an LE piece or just a regular release. We'll see. But yeah, excited to see this one fully painted if it's true. Next up, from the Folk in the Air trilogy, we actually have a first looks at Jude in the armor here. So no exact ETA just yet as to when this is dropping, but stay tuned. Dragon Ball Super fans, we have first looks at a brand new Beerus lounging pop here. This one actually looks pretty nice. So it is actually...
Yeah, it's been a while we saw Lord Beerus. Last time we saw him, he was eating noodles. That's the last time I saw any of his Funko Pop or one of his standing. So I need to bring more character to the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Part of the Funko Event Edition only. And if you're not caught up with that, I did a video on it, or 2 videos actually, in the last like week and a half if you want to check that out. But basically, to give you the short summary of it, these are event only, meaning they will not go online and they are not available in the United States. They will actually only be available in different regions throughout the world, some in Canada, some in Europe, some in Asia, Latin America, a few other places like that. So basically, these are kind of overseas exclusives at different Comic-Cons and events throughout the rest of the year. And there's about 6.
So basically, it's all over the world, not in the United States. That sucks. That means we have to go to Canada, mate. It's the closest one, or I have to pre-order it. Or you can buy it on eBay, it'll be up in price.
Other exclusives on top of this Beerus too that will also be the same situation. So yeah, for my Dragon Ball Super fans, unfortunately, this one's not going to be too easy to get, but given it's supposed to be at multiple different cons, there should be a lot of stock out there in theory, so it shouldn't be too bad on price, hopefully. Okay, so last update we have today is that Funko actually teased NYCC reveals coming soon here. So that's pretty good, actually, because they were pretty late on teasing SDCC, and then, you know, obviously that was a whole mess with the announcement.
Oh, New York Comic Con. I would look into it, do my research, that each Comic Con day is $100 to get a ticket. Yeah. I go, is that worth it going to New York Comic Con? Yeah, I will go for one day. I've never been to New York Comic Con before, or San Diego Comic Con, but I will see if I have the money.
It's taking forever. I hope that's not the case with NYCC here. My running theory as to what happened with SDCC is they were trying to run a bunch of different things at the same time. They were doing the, you know, 250th announcement for, you know, America's birthday and all that with all those 26 pops. And it was like messing up their schedule, trying to get those out, trying to get reveals out. I don't know why they don't have just 2 different people working on it, but it is what it is. But yes, I'm really hoping that this is a little more chill. They actually have the Funko Ween logo at the bottom there, if you'll notice, which is really nice. So that means we're probably going to get some Funko Ween reveals too around the same time, potentially, is what I'd guess, because why else would they put that there? We'll get some horror stuff. And then maybe the skull up there means something for Fright Night, maybe?
Because New York Comic Con would take over during October, like the 2 weeks of October, but I don't know what state.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I'm just kind of speculating here. But yes, hopefully New York Comic Con is pretty fun. I believe it's supposed to be just like SDCC in terms of the like LE portion, where we might get a lot of different limited edition exclusives, con only stuff. So yeah, it's going to be very similar. Probably the lottery thing too. We'll see. Well, guys, that catches you up on all the latest Funko news updates and gets you ready for next week. Again, we may see some exclusives from different lines and some of the lines we actually showed off in today's video next week too. So I'll update you guys in a video Tuesday or Wednesday on that once we get first looks. But for now, let me know what you guys are most excited about out of everything we just went over today. And of course, leave a like down below if you did enjoy. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing.
So what do you think about the new Funko Pop is coming soon? Are you planning to get any of the new ones you've seen? Like, I'm planning to get the Halloween one, the Burning Michael Myers, and the Dr. Loomis one? Or are you planning to go to New York Comic Con and see any exclusive Funko Pop? Let me know in a comment. Like, share, see you on the next video. Peace. Rudy's out. All right. I'm going to say what's up to everybody. First, I'm going to say what's up to Zombie. I want to say what's up to, I don't know his name, but what's up, Mr. Connor? Great stream you did. And next we'll do some JDF stuff. All right. This was JasonDavidFrank interview he did in 2020. He interviewed a con owner, Amazing Con, and his guest is Jimmy J. And I want to know what was going on in the convention center back in the days. What up, Geek Zip? And it's fair use.
We are live just in time. If you guys just tuned in, welcome to the JDF IG live show. We are live every day at 7 p.m. Central Time, so welcome. JDF Live IG show. Today, as you guys know, we already have winners for the Jason Font and Catherine. We have winners that are already picked for the Green Ranger pictures. We have winners picked for the White Ranger pictures. The way this works is that we pick winners, 3 winners throughout the broadcast. All you guys have to do is comment below. And this is the one that we're going to be giving out today. I say we, me, the Jason, David, and Frank. This is the one we're going to be giving out today. It's from the Superpower Beatdown. This was signed autographs, so we're going to give these away. So all you have to do is comment, and then we're going to randomly screen shoot. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you got to say, I'm awesome, although it would be nice, but you don't have to. We're going to do giveaways. Tonight's guest, we had Leo on the show. We've had Chris Casamassa on the show. Man, it was just an amazing days that we've had. Mike Rowe, we've had on the show. Rowe, why do I say Mike Rowe? Rome? Maybe I should get Mike Rowe from Ninjak too. Mike Rome on the show last night. We were sharing comics, toys, and today we have Jimmy J. He is the owner of the Amazing Comic Con in Hawaii, also the owner of Amazing Comic Con in Las Vegas. So we're going to talk a little bit about Comic Cons today. Fix this camera. Let me see if Jimmy's in the live. Oh, hold on one second. Let me see if Jimmy's in the live. All right. Oh, that's sharing it. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, we're going to chat a little bit about stuff. So we'll talk about Kevin. Let's see if we can get Jimmy on the line. Amazing Comic-Con. Amazing Comic-Con. Here we are. Let's add.
Since the dawn of mankind, humans have had one obsession: capturing their greatest gaming moments.
Here comes Jimmy. What's up?
How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Well, hey, you know what? It's I'm completely stoked to be on here with you this evening. I mean, I think it's super cool. I saw your lineup this week of all your buddies that are showing up live. I mean, I know the other night you had Chris Casamassa from your Red Dragon days, Mortal Kombat, and you had a great lineup this week. And you know, when you told me that you know that you
That's true. He do have a good lineup he did, but I'm going per episodes. And later we finished all his saga, all his interviews. And I might do a tier list, what JDF best interview with his friend. Yeah. So we're gonna do that when we'll finish the saga.
had a time slot for me to go and hang Tyler, and things like that. I mean, of course, I was going to jump in and do this. So,
Dude, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think just the fans here in general, I want to bring you in because you're not only my friend, but you run an amazing show. And I don't know if you tell today, but I did wear this for your color of your logo. It is I was going through my closet and said, I'm gonna match the Amazing Comic-Con logo. So it's true. I really did, no lie. So I wear the shirt to match it. And
So Amazing Comic-Con is located at Las Vegas, Nevada.
And then, okay, now I got to tell you, man, I know that on Facebook Live, it's like, man, you are always like the most dapper dude around. That is like, I thought, oh man, I'm going to get my hair cut, I'm going to get the beard trimmed, everything like that. But with all the craziness out there, it oh man, I see Leaping Lizard cosplay out here. She was out in Hawaii with us a few weeks ago. So I do see actually people that actually I know jumping on the stream. So I think that's cool too.
yeah, that is cool.
All dapper, but it's like, you know what? Then I figured there's no way I could ever match JDF in terms of, you know, the suaveness, anything like that. So I'm gonna go as is, blue collar style. Well, you know, just for my day. So,
well, I'm glad I changed, Jimmy, because we almost matched today.
Well,
Almost matched today, which was good. But then I was like, you know, around we got so much craziness going on. I had the black shirt on. Just I think that's black. Is it black or blue?
Black.
Yeah, black.
Black.
Black shirt, and I was like, I know Jimmy's coming on, and let me pick out a color. So I picked this one out. So, but I appreciate it.
Well, I do appreciate it. Oh man, I see Super Luigi on here. He's one of the best cosplayers out here. But again, I mean, these are people that come on out to the Comic-Cons throughout the country. Actually, I'm sure throughout the world, just to see, you know, folks like you come on out and spend your weekend with them. And, you know, I mean, the one thing that I want to say is that you are so incredibly generous that you give yourself over to the fans. And I mean, that's a great killer quality that you have. And I do appreciate it. And I know a lot of the fans appreciate it as well.
Well, I appreciate it. I think you mentioned cosplay. I do want to ask that couple questions, but your shows, I know it sounds is amazing, and I say that all the time, which is just fits the name of the show. But I was thinking, oh man, me and Jimmy are just gonna talk about whatever. But there was questions I wanted to ask, you know, because people out there, not just in business, but what's the I'll ask you, what's the secret of business? Is it just passionate that you are, like what I'm doing? Because I don't ask other people how they run such a great business. I guess that's what I'm asking you. What's the ingredients for you? Everyone's different.
Oh, you know what is for me? Okay, I mean, just for the folks out there, is that I put on comic conventions. Just my background. I mean, I've been a nerd all my life. I've been a fan all my life, digging pop culture. I used to go to San Diego Comic-Con when I was just a little dude.
Yeah, going to cons is really great. For me, my first Comic-Con experience, I was going to like an anime expo. 'Cause, you know, I'm a big anime fan. And also, I started going to that, then Power Morphicon, and after that, horror cons. Then are different cons around Southern California that I go to. Sometimes I don't have the money to go to. Like today or this week, another horror con called Midnight Summer Scream. I would plan to go, but nah, cause I check out who's gonna be there, like the celebrity, and all it's gonna be like old Scream actors that I ever met already, like Matt Mueller, Steve, Roger L. Jackson, the voice of Ghostface, and other people not interested in me, but that I don't watch, but I'm mostly more into the Scream franchise. So it's great, it's fun because you can go check out the maze. It's like a mini maze, but hey, at least I save money.
Man, back in 1986, my mom walked me up to the door, gave me $20, and this is 1986, and she goes, "Make sure this $20 bill lasts as long as you can." And so I've been trying to keep that excitement that I had as a young dude, going to Comic Cons and checking things out. I've been trying to keep that same excitement level going all my life, and just every day I'm just, I think that's what I have, a quality that I have very much in common with you, and I think this is where I can respond and where I can relate is that is that passion. I dig pop culture. I dig the fans. I dig the idea of everybody coming together and showing what they love and just being around each other and just being so supportive. And I mean that's what drives me. That's it's a family business that I have in business with my brother, and it's just we love it. And I don't think that if you didn't love it and you couldn't put yourself out there, then you know what? There's enough other jobs in this world that you can be doing.
That is true, man. That is true. Passion is definitely, I could see it. I mean, I do a lot of conventions, and I'm sure a lot of my friends are watching other promoters. I just happen to be really good friends with you, and I think you run a good show, and we talk, I think, more outside of the Comic-Con. I do with a lot of people. We talk more outside just about life, business. Sometimes you're always encouraging me. And one thing I do say that you are very interactive on social media, which I love about that. I love that you can see a convention that's interactive. For example, cosplayers. Cosplayers are an important thing to Comic-Con. I mean, they, even if it's not professional, people that dress.
That's it, true. Cause if you go to like different Comic-Cons, for mostly it's more into like the anime more. People cosplay. Sometimes Power Rangers, sometimes a little bit the horror convention. But I see a lot more into the anime world. Power Ranger 2, but horror not that much. Cause people just wear like the favorite horror shirt, like I wear the Chucky shirt, I wear the Makamata or Number M Street. That's it. And like sometimes people go out. Like I'm gonna say internet friend, Patrick Sky. He's a Power Ranger cosplayer, and people know him as like cosplay as JasonDavidFrank, Tommy Oliver, different version like Green Ranger, White Ranger, Zeo, Turbo, Black Thunder Ranger, Legend Eric Reed, the White Dragon.
Up, make the Comic-Con
Patrick
special.
Sky.
And so you pay attention to that.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Put it this way. I mean, I think going to these events throughout the entire globe. I mean, and you are everywhere. You're everywhere. But I think what's going on these events throughout the globe is that you are looking for a in real life interaction. And I think, okay, when again I talked about these old days where I would go to Comic-Con, I'd be digging through, you know, bins and looking through comics and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't think that's what a Comic-Con is about anymore. Those aspects are still there, but I think those are all just keepsakes of this experience that you have. Now back to the cosplayers, they add to that experience. Whether you're taking pictures with them and you're posting it on social media, whether you're sharing it with your friends, things like that, it's I think that gives so much of an extra level, an extra flavor. And whether you're an admirer, whether you're somebody that wants to go out and wear it out yourself, or whether, you know what, you're just a fan. And I think that is I think that is just, it helps the environment. And it definitely spreads the spirit. Okay, like, you know, like you have holidays and you know, like Christmas time, and you see, you know, you go down Madison Avenue and everything is Christmas out, everything, you know, deck the halls and all that kind of good stuff. Well, I think at Comic-Cons, the cosplayers give that flavor.
Yeah, that is true, man. That is very true. I think we're talking before. I heard someone mention it. I'm not too sure, but you were talking about, and I know you were, but then I heard it again about people wearing T-shirts with certain brands. And we were talking in Hawaii, which was a great show. I loved everyone. Aloha, everyone in Hawaii, Las Vegas, amazing. And but anyway, we're talking about that, the T-shirts. Sometimes you can kind of see what's still there, or maybe what's new, or what has longevity. And
absolutely, because I mean, like, put it this way, man. You know, you have Comic-Con, you have your local Comic-Con that is on your calendar. I mean, whether it's going out to the amazing Comic-Cons in Las Vegas, in Hawaii, anybody else. Oh my gosh, we have Amy Jo Johnson actually is in the room.
She is in the room?
Yeah.
I talked to Amy and said she needs to come live. Amy, what's up?
She needs to come live with you, I think, for sure.
I did ask her. So I'm sure she'll text back. Everyone's.
Yeah, Amy Jo and you know, Kimberly for the Pink Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Leave Amy alone, bro.
Got everyone at home right now watching stuff. So
no doubt. But I think with the T-shirts, that is, you have your Comic-Con that is circled on your calendar, man, and you're planning those dates. And of course, you want to represent the flavor that you love absolutely the most. So I mean, you have your favorite, brand that you're repping. Yeah. And when at the Comic-Con Aloha in Hawaii, it's, I mean, granted, we saw, you know, we had My Hero Academia guests there. So, I mean, of course, you're going to see people wearing, you know, their favorite anime shirts and their Spider-Man T-shirts, your Batman T-shirts. But, man, what I couldn't get over is the amount of people repping Ranger gear in.
Hey, did you know you could create an entire animated series?
Ranger gear of all ages. I mean, I'm talking about, they're wearing their Green Ranger shirts, man. Maybe they're wearing the red.
Yeah, sometimes I wear my Ranger shirt. This year I may cosplay. Who knows? As my favorite hero, JasonDavidFrank, Tommy Oliver, Green Ranger.
Red Ranger shirts. Their wives and girlfriends are wearing their pink shirts. I mean, you know, it's whatever their favorite color is, whoever their favorite Ranger was for over the years. But it's like, you got all ages doing it. So I mean, you know, you had the dad, the mom, and they're pushing a stroller with their babies, and everybody's geared up. But I think that people like to rep their favorite gear.
Does it true? Cause see, at the horror club, people dress their kids like their like Chucky, Tiffany. Pennywise, some other character that I remember. But yeah, they're pairing dressed up kids like the little horror character monsters.
Favorite brands. You know, I'm going to use another analogy. You know, I used the holiday analogy before, but it's like going to a sporting event. You'll see people wearing, their Cowboy jerseys, their Patriots jersey, their Laker gear. You know, I know you're in H Town right now, so I'm not going to be banging on those trash cans like you Astro fans out there. That's coming from being Los Angeles. But I mean, I do think that there is there's a crossover. People like wearing their, repping their brands and repping, their favorite loves. And so, of course, you're going to see that at Comic-Con. Wear your favorite T-shirt, wear your favorite fandom. Wear it loud and proud.
Yeah, or dress up. I think one of the things that I've obviously just promoted one show, but I always love to encourage the people to cosplay, because it's not just cosplay, but dress up. Because like you said, you go to a sporting event, you go to the parking, all you see blocks away is that sporting event T-shirt or something like that. And that's what I love to see. You go to, for example, in Hawaii, way on the other side of Hawaii, see someone with your badge, or see someone that has a T-shirt or your T-shirt, a Power Ranger T-shirt. Most likely, they're going to your show. That's the change.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, that's whether they have like their souvenir lanyards or whatever. And I think those are always cool. Those are always cool keepsakes. And also, when you rep those brands, you know that those people that you see in line at 7-Eleven with you, or, in line at Starbucks with you, that they dig the same things that you do. And I think that more and more people out there, it's, you're looking for areas to relate in this crazy world. You're looking for things, to relate what we have in common, and what we have in common is pop culture. And I think that's the beauty of Comic-Cons. It brings all ages, all types of people, everybody together in one place, with a collective high five.
I agree, man.
I know that you do it with your Instagram page, and we're doing it with our Instagram Live right now. So
which is great that you take the time and allow that, man. Like right now, just during what's going on, I'm just trying to, I think, maybe give the world consistency, not just for you, but for me. Like I know 7 o'clock, I got things going on for me. It's been that challenge for the next 2 weeks, which we have a great lineup, is to give me some kind of consistency, give me structure, especially what's going on now. I'm not doing this just because we're not traveling, but we are. I mean, everyone's at home. I think now's the time where people are going to start doing the Instagram, maybe sharing their life a little bit, but good stuff and positive things. So I just want to know something. When I think you said 86, maybe I was wrong on the San Diego.
Yeah, 86. Yeah, it was 86.
And your mom gave you $20. I know it goes a long way, but what was your first go-to brand? And Power Rangers wasn't around, so you're not going to hurt my feelings.
Oh, no, absolutely. You know what? My first go-to brand is, I remember going through and seeing bins of comics. And so I looked in and I got a Wolverine. I remember the issue, in hand, what I had. It was a Wolverine miniseries, like number 4, and I had a DC Legends, which was a miniseries, number 6, because those completed my like my to-do list. But I mean, that $20, man, I got to tell you, it took me all day to spend it, man.
I know nowadays. God.
Well, but then also, okay, at the same time, yeah, $20 is a lot of money. I mean, granted, and I'm sure there's going to be people on here that are like, okay, boomer.
Dude, no, I mean that. I paid 60 cents a cover for a comic book back then.
Oh, absolutely. So, but I mean, it's just the amount of looking at everything, checking everything out, making sure, man, this is what you want to spend your money on. I met comic creators. That was the first time that I actually saw people who actually names were in the comic books, and that was a huge thrill for me to see them draw pictures on the spot. I mean, talking about balloon animals or magic tricks, but to me, it was something more magical than that. I mean, these are the comics that I absolutely loved, and then to see the actual artist sitting there drawing those pictures. And it's like, that's not something, that was like this funky performance art that's on a whole nother level. And so that's what really got me roped into kind of the magic of Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's, nowadays it's so much larger than that, expanding into the celebration of pop culture. So you're getting, I mean, like back then it wasn't a matter of, having TV stars or movie stars or something. You go to a convention and you check out the panels and you actually get to see whether it's the comic creators, whether it's the movie stars, whether it's TV stars, whether it's people playing video games, whatever, actually talk about.
Yeah. For me, my first going to a panel was Legend of the White Dragon in 2022 at Power Morphin Con, which Jason's still alive. Then after that, I think that's the only panel I went to. But I need to go more into the panel. To any con, like they have store detail. I should do that this year to check out the panel, what panel is available in my time schedule.
Their craft. And again, I do think it's more of a show. It's more of an experience. Definitely. And those aspects are still there, man. Yep. Me being a looky-loo and digging through those boxes, I love it.
I do too.
I'm a retailer by nature, but it's like, but the show part, man, you can't discount that, man. You sit down there and you get to spend 45 minutes with somebody like you on stage. That's something that can't be replaced.
It is crazy. I know every video I do, Jimmy, almost everybody had like Mike and Leo and Chris. It almost sounds, for me, it sounds very stagey and like it's such an easy sell. Like I say, hustle what you're passionate about. And we just hustle what we love. And at the same time, people can hustle in the world, but we're actually hustling something that's really good that we believe in. And every time I do something, it sounds so good. It sounds like an info commercial. Like, hey, Jimmy, come and let's plug this and let's plug that. But I think the key is after almost every episode I've done is everybody I have on here is so passionate and excited about what they do that it just happens to sound like I'm sold. So, for Comic-Cons for me, I'm sold on your events because I have to tell everyone, your name represents me. I represent you. If they have a bad experience with me, they're going to throw your name. If they have a bad experience with you, my name's going to get thrown.
Oh, dude, I hope nobody has a bad experience.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Everybody there. That's why every time I ask you the recipe or, what's it. And I got a lot of good, successful friends. I mean, Saban, when we did Power Rangers, Haim Saban was the master behind. He was the CEO. So he would come to that. He was very involved.
On it? Oh my gosh, flipped out.
Yeah, he was very much involved. I mean, you couldn't do something on his show without him saying, no, Jimmy, that's not the way it's going to be. Fox movie. But, when the CEO steps away, the companies do suffer because they're losing the leadership of someone on top being passionate about what they do. And I see you doing regular things that you're such a great guy. Like, I'm giving water here, I'm doing this. You're on hands with everything. You're not, and that's how I am with my company. I'm not too good not to do something. You know what I mean?
You can be. I think that you do have to be hands-on. And then
So you were talking about Haim Saban that owned the Power Rangers back in the days. I heard that Haim Saban not a really good man, but he know about running the business. Then I know where he sell that to Disney, then get it back. Then he sell it back. Then he sell it to Hasbro. It's business, money. You know what I mean?
Just my experience. And by the way, my name's Jimmy J. So I mean, if you see me, if you follow me, please follow me, okay? Because I'm shilling that hard. Yeah. I think that when you are hosting an event, you're in charge of the event, is that the bottom line the buck stops with us. So I look at these Comic-Con events as a mix between a backdoor cake party, a fun slash like family event slash concert slash everything under the sun. And I'm putting my name on it. I want to be your host. I want to make sure event that the event is. I mean, if I went on over to your house, okay, and I'm not advocating that you have a house party or house right now, Jason, but that if I was over at your house, you are going to be there greeting me, and if throughout the course of the night you're going to be like, Jimmy, are you going to need can I get you a water? Can I get you something to eat? Can I get you something to drink? Those are common niceties. To that same extent, when you come on out to an amazing Comic-Con, I want to be the person that, how can I help you out? Where can I help you find where an event is going to go on? And that's for the fan coming through the door. For our guests, for our headliners, it's like, what can I do to make your enjoyable, more profitable, whatever it is, more?
Yeah.
Because that's what we all want out of life, is more. And that's my job, is to give you more.
Yeah, well, I think it's great, and to think about that and that analogy of being a host, that's how I feel. So when I see you, I mean, I do feel like in the back, you're always there. Paul, everyone is so, and I never really thought of it like that, but see, my dojo is my pagoda, which is house. And you're supposed to feel comfortable in your house. So when I do have people, they respect the rules and follow it, but it's like your pagoda. Your Comic-Con is like, people think the dojo, for me, the dojo begins where you bow on the mat. It doesn't. The dojo begins even outside when you come to my premise, and through that door where the dojo begins. I think sometimes when I used to come to a dojo, wait and bow at the floor, my instructor every day, show respect to the dojo. Not saying people need to do that, but in my business, show respect to the dojo, bow at the door. And when I did, I realized that it was in a whole. It wasn't just the 45-minute Q&A. It wasn't, I'm going to go see a comic or have an artist draw. It's like the whole experience. And you really do. I'm just telling you this. That I don't need nothing from you. You're my friend. I'm just giving respect and props where I see as a person and a businessman that you're very on top of your stuff, and you do make everyone feel at home. And you got to be super busy, but at the same time, you take time. I never feel rushed with you. And sometimes that's a great thing.
Well, you know what? And I think that's in every walk of life. Just like how you're talking about all of your other guests on here, and that's a great analogy to bring in the dojo, because that is background. That was your passion. Is the martial arts that you bring. That you grew up with, and that you built your life around. But I mean, ultimately, everything is about community. Community a stronger place, and making your community a welcome place for everybody involved.
Yes.
If you care about that community and you want to see that fostered, of course, you're going to do everything that you can throughout the year to foster that that environment. And whether it means going through and connecting with people on social media throughout the year, whether that it doesn't, these conventions, these live events, these are not turnkey events. They don't happen just 3 days out of the year, 2 days out of the year. It's something that can bring that Comic-Con spirit, that of what we love. If we can bring that sense of community and broaden that sense of community as wide as we can, I mean, that's what we want to do throughout the year. Yeah. And I mean, that's how we live, and that is that's just our underlining philosophy. Yeah. So I think that's something that we do have in common, Jason, and everybody could have this in common. And these are all goals to have. Is if there's something that you love, foster that community. Yeah. And you have built a great, you've been a very welcoming spirit and welcoming person that you have let people in your life. Yeah.
So if you love the community, like the Power Ranger community, the horror community, the video game community, the anime community, there are a lot of community out there that you really enjoy watching or being part of. Even the wrestling community also. All right, thank you, Chef Malky.
lives. And that's something I really admire about you. And that's something, again, you're not there at these events just 2 days or 3 days on the convention floor. You're in those fans' lives throughout the year. Yeah. So, and I mean, and that's a responsibility that you put on your shoulders. That's a responsibility we put on our shoulders. But it's like, if we didn't love it, if we didn't think about it, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, you do. And I think the consistency of your hosting or your Comic-Cons, it's always consistent because you have one place could be like Hawaii, and then you have a completely different vibe in Vegas, but it all remains consistent. And that's what's amazing. Even though might be in Hawaii, have a different mindset, or you're in Vegas with a different mindset, when you walk through that door, you can tell it's consistent the same. So one show is not better than your other show. I just want to let you know. And that wish you had, I know wish there'd be more of us, but it'd be amazing to see, more cons, or, to have that. I'd like to do something with you one day. And I'm not just saying that. I'd like to really do, a promotion with you. If it's one of your shows, a Power Morphicon Express or something, I think you can really run a good show. But it's not about finances and running the show. It's about, I guess, being a people's person too. And you have like all of that, which is great. And if you're just tuning in, this is Jimmy J from Amazing Comic Con. He runs a show in Hawaii. Any more plans to do any more shows?
You know what? At one point, we were promoting five events throughout in various cities, and that was a whole huge endeavor. Yeah. And I was a little bit thinner, definitely younger, had a lot more hair. So definitely as I started a family and they got older, everything takes more time. Yeah. Takes more energy. Right now we're focused on these two events. But sign me up, Jason. Any event that you do, I would come out. I would love to even just volunteer. But it's definitely not about the money with us. It is definitely about the events. And
yeah, some people do volunteer at the con. Like, I remember that one of the anime convention I went to, who play what's his name? Guy Sensei, Sean Surratt, one of his handler, he was talking to me about anime, all this stuff. Then I saw him at Naricon, and he started to go, "Hey, I remember you." So a lot of people know me going to cons. Even the handlers know me, the actors know me. So that's really cool.
There's a lot that I've learned, just about fostering that fandom, from you, and I think there's a lot that we do have in common. But man, any event, work with you, because it's like, man, those Ranger fans are great, okay? And we've had a number of Rangers. I mean, from all out at our shows. So actually, before we started working with you, we had, again, other Rangers out. What I do think, I mean, that's a fandom that I personally love. My family loves it. But what I think is so cool is the passion that the Rangers fans have. Yeah. Beyond that is, Jason, you have a unique fandom that they come on out year after year. And the reason is because, again, you're not there in various cities, whether it's Peru, Ecuador, Brazil, whether it's Hawaii, whether it's St. Louis, whether it's New York, you're not there for 3 days. You're a part of these people's lives throughout the year, and I do think that is something.
Yeah, I remember standing Polymorphicon 2022 at JDF line for 6 hours. Me and my cousin, but we often switch spots. Like switch. Hey, you want to meet other actors, Power Ranger actor? Go for it. Come back. Me too. We like walk around, get some snacks, and yeah.
That sets you apart from the rest of the Rangers.
Yeah.
And that's not a knock on any of them whatsoever. Yeah. It's you're the gold standard or the white standard or the green standard, whatever standard that you want to call it. That's the standard to be. And sign me up for any event that you do. I will hop on a flight. I'll ride a pony. I'll jump on a pony to be at an event with JDF.
I might just do it and watch you ride a pony.
Yeah, right on.
No, I think you look great. First of all, every time I see you, look great, and I'd love to work with you. I think you're when I put people strategically in things like my instructors, that my online training is going now. We probably literally have class going on. I put people in the roles that they need to fit. There's a lot of good volunteers out there that want to move to the next spot, but you're definitely at that level where you can have people underneath you. So I wouldn't definitely just have you as a volunteer. I'd probably for sure do something with you. And I appreciate you're always so great, even through the Polymorphicon Express. You always have a helping hand, and I think that's what life and success. I have a lot of people in life that are successful, and I think the successful people are very sharing, giving, and they're not afraid to share their secrets. I used to teach people how to run successful martial arts schools literally down the road from me. And people would say, why would you do that? It's because people aren't me. Like, you can get a plan of a recipe and do it, but when you're yourself, like you add in a certain flavor to it. And I know what you're talking about, being a ranger and being this. Same thing. I got a ton of promoters that are probably going to hit me up and be like, hey, you were on there. And this is Jimmy J, by the way, owner of Amazing Comic-Con. But I appreciate your friendship, man. Beyond all this other stuff, and on the end of the day, right now, the whole world is stuck. And we're still here, and you're here, trying to pump up and motivate other people and getting away from this mental spot that everyone is. That's why I posted mental prison. It happened to be a perfect time, because right now is the time where people will start testing themselves. And that's what I mean. A test of faith, a test of being tough, whatever you want to call it, is a test. And that's what we got to get through. And everybody is looking forward to doing a Comic-Con. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to doing your show. I'm always there. Honestly, if I'm always available, I'm still here. I'm always at your shows, man.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? It's that what you do, and when you share of yourself, that you give people a sense of normalcy and that this is a consistency. And I think that do that. No, it's not Brian Posehn. Somebody saying that. I do have a beard and I'm dirty like him, but I'm not Brian Posehn. But hey, now, what I do think is important is that you give of yourself and you show your sides of yourself. So it's not just a persona. It's not just like being on or being on for a certain amount of time or showing just one aspect. And I think that you are very welcome, and you show the totality of who you are. And I think that is great. You do it online, you do it live and in person. And I do think that is in crazy, trying times, this is what you're going to give back. And this is a great community. A lot of people jumping in here on the Instagram Live. And, it's fun to take, 2 minutes out. And it's fun to take, a couple of minutes out, just break from everything else that's going on outside. And, it's sharing this time with you. And that is something that I'm sure all your fans are very thankful for. I'm thankful for it. Wow. So, Jason, you do a badass job. I do appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah. And, I got nothing but great, nothing but respect for what you do.
Thank you, Jimmy. And we'll go in just a second. I'll give people a chance where to follow you, but it just popped in my head that I appreciate your leadership. I guess what I'm looking for in life is that we have leaders, we have people that belong under leaders, and it's a triangle. So I definitely feel that you have that leadership to inspire other people. Never the type of leader that thinks they're bigger and better than other people. And your leadership is important, and that's why I think, when I tell people yell and fire, and this is sometimes leadership, we gotta take a deep breath, and we know what we're into. But like I tell, there's no sense to yell fire every minute. I think we'll get through it. I think your Comic-Con is going to be double, triple. If not, people are really going to appreciate like what everyone does in life. We appreciate the whole, this never happened. We appreciate the Comic-Cons. I know people are out there like, when's the coming to Comic-Con? Because it's such a relaxing environment where you can like be a kid again. So right now we have nothing but responsibility that goes on now, but we can still unleash that inner geek, to sort of say, or to come and relax a little bit. And that's what I appreciate you coming for. Where can people follow you before we leave?
Okay, real simple. Okay, it is I'm at Amazing Comic Con, and that's all the words spelled out. No funky spellings, anything like that. Amazing Comic Con at. And then that is, you're going to follow me on Instagram there and Twitter there. So at Amazing Comic Con. And then the retail side, because I also sell comic books. That was my background. From there, we got into owning events. It's at Amazing J Brothers. Amazing Brothers. So, I'm just stoked that we get to, and it's been a month since I've seen you out in. But you know what is I appreciate all the postings and all the great stuff that you and Nicole put together for. We're stoked. We love you, Jason, and anything that we're involved in that's the same project as you. Just let us, as I said, whether it's a pony or a pono or a pogo stick, I'll jump on it to be there.
Well, I appreciate it, Jimmy. All right, well, we'll look forward to you. I'm gonna let you go now and do a little Instagrams. I tell all my friends after this, we're definitely gonna text each other, because even when we don't, when I say we do, we are. I'm gonna text you and say what an amazing job, what an awesome job. Love to do it again. This is gonna be, after this content will be uploaded to my YouTube at the JDFFN. So sometimes people miss the program and go to the YouTube. And listen, I'm just here to create positive content. Like I tell people, I don't get paid for this. We're just taking our time out of our day to show the passion. And I think like if you have the passion, the profit will come later. So the people I have on here, I have a list of people, but I have a lot of businessmen and actors and promoters like yourself. So we appreciate you. If you want to follow Jimmy at the Amazing Comic Con or the Amazing J Brothers, which you sell comics on that. Is that it? The Amazing J
Correct.
Brothers?
At least get a heads up of where we're going to be selling those comics.
Perfect. All right, Jimmy. Well, thank you so much. I'll be sending you a text later. I'm going to let you go now and talk to you a little bit, and then I'll text you later and say what a great job you did.
Sounds great, Jason. You have a good one.
All right, Jimmy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bud. You see this. Oh, Lord, my phone is broken. You know how that is. All right, everyone. Well, that was Jimmy J with the Amazing Comic Con. I like to mix it up a bit. I thought that was fun. Talking to a promoter who has successful shows, not only just success, but people are passionate about it. Amazing Comic Con. Look forward to seeing you there. So we gave some giveaways out. Tomorrow, Lord, that's Friday. I got everyone from Sean and Chris and Dragon Ball Z and Son of Anarchy.
All right, guys. What do you think about this interview with the con owner, Jimmy J, of Amazing Comic Con and on Las Vegas and Hawaii? Let me know in a comment. Like, share. See you on the next video. Peace. Breeze out. All right, guys, we're gonna take commercial, like 2 minutes. I'm gonna do a song, then we're gonna come back. If we find a movie trailer from Street Fighter, the first look, at Akuma. So I'm gonna play some music, and we go from there. And we finish that. We're gonna finish watching the Bride of Chucky. Okay.
Then I feel the change. Heartbeat racing like a fire in my veins. Every moment turning pages in the flames. Electric in the air, feel the tension rise. City lights reflecting deep inside your eyes. Lost between the shadows and the skyline glow. This is where the broken hearts ignite the show. I feel the energy burning inside of me. We're gonna set this free tonight. Let's light it up tonight. Like a meteor burning through the sky. Won't fade into the night. With diamonds in the dark, we're gonna shine. Light it up tonight. Let the fire in our souls collide. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Yeah. So light it up tonight. Yeah. Turn the lights low, feel the bass in your chest. Every doubt in my head getting laid to rest. We were stuck in the shadows, living half alive. Now we're breaking through the dark just to finally rise. See the sparks in the sky like a signal flare. Every voice in the crowd saying we're still here. Every scar, every loss, turn the spark to a flame. Now the whole world's burning when they scream our name. We were lost in the noise, trying just to survive. Now the sound of the night makes the moment ignite. So we strike like lightning when the beat drops down. Turn the fear into fire when the world shuts down. The energy breaking the chains in me. We're gonna set this free tonight. Let's light it up tonight. Like a meteor burning through the sky. We won't fade into the night. What diamonds in the dark, we're gonna shine. Light it up tonight. Let the fire in our souls collide. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Your eyes shining through the night. Your voice pulling me to the light. My head keeps spinning. The world keeps shifting. But we won't disappear. Let's light it up tonight. Like 1,000 stars across the sky. We won't fade into the night. We're burning brighter every time. Light it up tonight. Let the darkness finally ignite. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna first look at Free Fire the movie, Akuma, and play as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns, the OTC, the Tribal Chief.
Is my true opponent. Is my true opponent.
Street Fighter. Only theaters October 16. Rated PG-13.
You don't know?
Man, that sneaker looked good. Some Jordans. Cause Roman Reigns wore Jordans when he wrestled.
They came out great.
I'll go, baby. On a mission tonight, I'm telling you. Gotta take it back. Gotta take it back. We went to go play some baseball a while, you know what I mean? We're doing some other stuff. Now we're back.
An exclusive new teaser for Legendary's upcoming live-action Street Fighter adaptation has offered fans a fresh, detailed look at the iconic antagonist Akuma, played by WWE star Roman Reigns. Appearing briefly in the footage, Akuma steps onto the battlefield.
Man, the look Akuma looks so good. You know the why keep Roman Reigns hairstyle like that as Akuma? Cause Roman have long hair. That's why we have to keep you have to leave a ponytail. And then just dye his hair. But the glow in the dark red eye looks sick.
Delivers the line, "Where's my real opponent?" and unleashes his signature dark energy blast, the Go Hadouken. The rest of
Damn, look at that effect. The darker Yugen. Look pretty sick. And I play Street Fighter a lot too. My character would be Ryu, Ken, or Akuma.
the short teaser highlights previously showcased footage from the film, including Ryu, played by Andrew Koji, executing his classic Hadouken during a clash with Blanca, played by Jason Momoa. Check out my merch links in the description and in this video. Subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one.
But let's look back at Roman Reigns. Like walking down the aisle, ready for a fight.
Is my true opponent.
So you're looking for a true appointment. Then like, where's my opponent?
Is my true opponent.
Street Fighter.
Hey, the Yugen look great. And why are you doing it? Let me know in the comment if you're very excited to see Street Fighter the movie coming soon in theater in October. I'm ready to see this movie. It looks pretty sick. Hope it's better than the old school Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. But hopefully you're going to see it. Like, comment, share. See you on the next video. Peace. Rudy is out. And like Demi, my favorite YouTube channel. So we're gonna watch the Bride of Chucky recap, and it's fair use.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James Jdf'S, and today we're looking at Bride of Chucky, released in 1998. The box office failure of Child's Play.
So this movie was released in 1998. So yeah, no excuse. I never watched it. I never watched a horror movie. This movie been a long time ago, in the 1998. So yeah, no excuse.
3 put a 7-year pause on further Chucky sequels. Of course, didn't help that slashers were seriously struggling in the early 90s. But then came Scream, which revitalized the genre and sent studios scrambling to make hit.
Scream, one of my other favorite franchise slasher movies, Scream.
Horror movies for teens and young adults. Universal dusted off the old yellow good guy box and asked creator Don Mancini to make a modernized iteration of the killer doll. Mancini was happy to write something different and take things in a new direction away from Andy Barclay. Inspiration came to the franchise's producer and Chucky designer, David Kirshner.
I was in a video store and I saw a copy of The Bride of Frankenstein, and I just thought, wow, that would be great if we were able to create a bride for Chucky.
For a director, Kirshner and Mancini chose Hong Kong film.
True. Like The Bride of Chucky, The Bride of Frankenstein.
Maker Ronnie Yu after seeing his movie The Bride with White Hair. 5 years later, Yu would go on to direct Freddy vs. Jason. Brad Dourif returns as the...
Hey, Freddy vs. Jason was a good movie too. I really enjoyed it.
voice of Chucky, who's now joined by his old girlfriend, Tiffany Valentine. Mancini specifically wrote Tiffany to be played by Jennifer Tilly, since he was a fan of Bound and Bullets Over Broadway. She is a fantastic addition to the franchise, giving a fan-favorite performance that cemented Tiffany's status as a...
Yeah, Tiffany Tilly or Jennifer, she was hot. And you know her voice? She played Bonnie for Family Guy. If you know, you know.
Series mainstay. Chucky and Tiffany are unfortunately coupled with a pair of protagonists who I find much less endearing. As I've said many times before, Jade and Jesse's bland relationship is a chore to watch. While it doesn't bother me quite as much as it did 5 years ago, it's definitely the worst part of an otherwise fun movie. But whatever, the movie's not really about them.
This film is my first romantic lead, and it's part of an overall strategy to launch me into the leading man status.
As with most late 90s horror, Scream's influence is all over this movie. While Chucky had always been ready with a quip or two, Bride brings him up to speed in horror's new sensibilities. This is a full-blown comedy, with tons of meta-jokes about the series' history and references to other horror movies. Mancini wrote it as a farcical romantic.
Let's see. Yeah, Zombie. She's really good actress. I really love her too. And she was in Liar Liar too with Jim Carrey.
Comedy, full of misunderstandings, kind of like, say, Three's Company. Bride also massively ups the gore, bringing us a whole host of creative kills far bloodier than anything we saw in the original trilogy. That's why its title is so different. This is the series moving on from its roots and officially becoming the Chucky show. We're no longer in Child's Play. We're of Chucky now. Well, of Chucky and of Raycon, because they're today's sponsor. Now, I know what you're thinking. James, another Raycon sponsorship. If you like Raycon so much, why don't you marry them? And to that I say...
Do you, James, take these Raycons to have and to wear comfortably thanks to their optimized gel tips? With 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life, as long as this sponsorship shall last.
I do.
And do you, Raycon, take James to have and to be worn by in noise isolation or awareness mode, as long as this sponsorship might live? They do. And they've got great sound quality.
I know. And they're backed by 50,000 5-star reviews.
With the power vested in me by this priest robe that I bought on Amazon, you may now use the tap function to play, change tracks, or change volume.
No, wait, Chelsea's my wife. Raycons are already half the price of other premium audio brands, but you can get yourself a pair for another 15% off by going to buyraycon.com/deadmeat. Will twice the dolls mean twice the kills? Guess it's I do or die, so let's get to them.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games.
The movie begins in the Kill Count prop closet. Hey, Ben, could you please put that shit back in their bins? These evidence locker shots were originally...
So if you see a Jason Voorhees mask and Michael Myers mask, yeah, there's some Easter eggs on the famous slashers movie icon.
Written into the court scene cut from the beginning of Child's Play 2. Their reuse here fits perfectly with Bride's more meta tone. A cop named Officer Bailey is sneaking out some evidence to sell to a sultry-voiced collector.
Hello. Hey, I'm on my way, and don't forget my money.
Not very good role model behavior from Bailey, and before you know it, this ding-dong says hello to a throat slit that puts an end to Mr. Bailey's wonderful life. If you're gonna get murdered, though, might as well be by Jennifer Tilly in a Matrix getup. Huh, never thought to put the nail polish on the filer. What a time-saving life hack.
Wow, Jennifer Tilly looks so hot. Back in the days, now she's so hot.
Tiffany Valentine lured Bailey here to take his lighter and reacquire a pancaked Chucky, who's actually looking pretty good considering how he died in the last movie. She welcomes him back with Louis Armstrong and Rob Zombie.
Well, hello, Dolly.
Fuck, I love this opening. The living dead girl, the sexy Tilly, the stitched together title card. You instantly feel the series being modernized for the late 90s. That modernization extends to Chucky's new look, acquired in Tiffany's trailer of Misfit Dolls. She gives him the Toy Story 2 treatment and stitches him back together, Frankenstein's monster style. The stitched up face might be Chucky's most iconic appearance, and one that many fans associate with the character since it was literally everywhere when this movie came out. Ask anyone who worked at a Hot Topic. If only this movie could be all Tilly all the time. Unfortunately, the main human characters are our well-off Juliet, Jade Kincaid, and her trailer park Romeo, Jesse Miller. Jade is played by Katherine Heigl, last seen on the Kill Count in Valentine. These star-crossed idiots have to sneak around because at Jesse's home sweet hell is her uncle Warren Kincaid. Warren's her legal guardian and the town's police chief, and he don't like Jesse one bit. They have to use their best friend David as a faux date when they're going to prom.
David made quite an impression. I think Warren's in love.
Yuck. Not my type. The in-sync reject-looking David is gay. And I know, blah, 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 woke dead meat. But it is worth noting how uncommon it was to have casually gay characters like him in the 90s. Even though there are some light jokes about it.
What are you going to study? Theater arts? But on an athletic scholarship, right? Playing hockey?
Figure skating. He's still just a regular guy who's incidentally gay. I like that Don Mancini, who is also gay, was able to write this character into a popular franchise back then. The reverse beard doesn't...
So Dave Mancini is gay. Cool. That's something new I didn't know about. I'm glad support LGBT community also involved it. And actors and actresses and directors.
Work though, and the kids are pulled over by Warren's lackey, Officer Norton. The kids call him Needle Nose because, well, look at him. The crooked cop keeps the kids in the rain until Warren shows up looking like the Great Pumpkin. The police chief knows how to deal with a problem child, and since Jesse didn't follow any of his 8 simple rules, he condemns him to eternal blue balls.
You fuck. But you won't. Not Jade anyway, not anymore.
Warren Kincaid is played by John Ritter, a childhood favorite of mine because of Three's Company. I watched a lot of Nick at Night. He was last seen on the Kill Count as adult Ben in the It miniseries.
Kiss me, fat
boy. I'll never not be sad that he died so young, at 54 in 2003. Ritter was actually supposed to be in Child's Play 3 as a security guard at a Chucky factory in a scene that was ultimately cut. While this unfortunate couple is getting broken up, Tiffany's trying to get her mans put back together. Best way to do that is with a restoration incantation.
Hey, Tumbala, give me the power of begging you. Awake, awake, awake. When she hit Chucky a bunch of times.
Dumbledore, give me the power I beg of you.
Ah, there's her problem. You need voodoo for dolls, not for dummies. With the spell seeming like a bust, she's stuck with her current boyfriend, Damien Baylock, named after two characters in The Omen, the satanic child Damien and his evil nanny, Mrs. Baylock. Damien's played by the late Alexis Arquette, whose siblings David and Patricia are also kill count vets. Mancini based the character's appearance on Marilyn Manson, and even offered Manson the role, but the musician turned it down. Glad he did. Fuck that guy. Damien's the wrong guy for Tiffany, but he still tries to impress her with murder?
Oh my god, you really did a number on him, didn't you? What did you use? Was it really bloody? Did he scream a lot?
She soon realizes the snuff photo is fake, but hey, maybe he can pass it off as a bootleg Mankind trading card. Tiffany yearns for her old boyfriend, the one who really killed people, and she might be having a Dumbala after all since Chucky reappears with a lightning flash.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Damn, Damien, getting right to it. Tiffany gets kinky with Damien and his Dothamirian tattoos and tosses Chucky in for a three-way play pal playdate. A new toy is one way to spice up a stagnant sex life. Chucky remains inactive at first, but I mean, how you about to not get roused by this? Damien keeps dissing the doll until Chucky asserts his dominance with an exorcist headspin and a proclamation about his penis.
It ain't the size that counts, asshole. It's what you do with it.
Chucky tears out Damien's lip piercing in a painful moment that always stuck with me. He smothers Damien while catching up with his old flame via pillow talk.
Hi. Hey. How you been?
Okay. You?
Peachy. Eventually, his little doll butt does the job, and Damien stops struggling, gone the way of McMurphy. This is a long-awaited reunion for Tiffany, who was dating and killing with Charles Lee Ray before his body swap 10 years ago. But turns out, he wasn't as serious about their relationship as she was. This doll didn't want to settle.
Yeah, they used to date. If you watch the Chucky TV show, the show, like a little bit of history, that Tiffany Tilly dated Cherry Ray, play as Fiona. And yeah.
Down into a dream house.
You weren't gonna ask me to marry you?
What are you, fucking nuts?
Tiffany's domestic ambitions leave Chucky crying De Palma with laughter, so the scorned lover takes advantage of his size and locks him away in a widow baby crib. He can come out when he starts acting more mature. I love these scenes where Jennifer Tilly acts opposite a doll, and she enjoyed doing them too.
The good thing about acting with a puppet is that they never get into your life because it's so short.
The next morning, Tiffany hauls out a steamer trunk with Damien's corpse stuffed inside. Jennifer Tilly provided that black dress and those Gucci shoes from her own closet. Her trailer park neighbor is none other than Jesse, who helps her out and deadlifts the dead body into the car. She tries to snag him up as a new boy toy, but Jesse stays loyal, meaning she's stuck with a colicky killer currently cribbed.
Tiffany! Where the fuck are you?
She decides to taunt Chucky and give him some company, a bride doll, complete with a Jennifer Tilly voice box.
With this ring, I thee wed.
She's having a good time teasing him, but later, Chucky uses the doll's ring to escape his Pee-wee penitentiary. Tiffany's having a bubbly soak and watching this movie's inspiration, Bride of Frankenstein.
We belong together.
This video got 8.2 million views in 4 days, and the creator made over $4,000 from one upload. The crazy part? They didn't spend a weekend.
That movie's tragic ending ain't the only thing cry-worthy, because here comes Chucky, looking like he's walking through an automatic doll wash. He knocks the TV into the water, shocking Tiffany to death in an inverse origin to her gothic counterpart. Chucky finds the whole thing exceptionally whimsical. I get it. Bubbles are fun! You will not be shocked to learn that this death was another recycled Mancini idea. The original script for Child's Play had Aunt Maggie dying via bubble bath electrocution. It wasn't used then, but you know Mancini, you just can't keep a good idea down. Chuck voodoos the way he doo-doos with an incantation full of ionization.
A day to weed them Bella. Give me the power I beg of you.
It transfers Tiffany's soul into the bride doll, a new look she is less than pleased with.
You son of a bitch! What have you done to me?
Chucky lets her know they're bound together now, and if she ever wants to be tall enough to ride a roller coaster again, she'll help him find the Heart of Damballa, a magical amulet that serves as this movie's MacGuffin. The Heart of Damballa was included in the original Child's Play screenplay, but it was ultimately cut, and its scenes were lost to time. Bride of Chucky retcons it back into the mix, and onto my set, and claims that Charles Lee Ray was wearing it the night he became a living doll. One look at the footage in Child's Play shows that that's not true, but whatever. Whether we complain or not, it's still gonna be canon.
No matter what!
Now the amulet is buried with Ray's...
Yeah. When I met Fat Dora, no matter what, I will get your autograph. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys that.
body in Hackensack, New Jersey, and it's the only way they can transfer their souls into human bodies.
All right, let's go.
Oh, sure. I'll steer and you can work the pedals. We're dolls, you dope!
Bride of Chucky takes place, I believe, in Lockport, New York, meaning these dolls are gonna need a ride to get to Hackensack, 6 hours away. Tiffany calls up Jesse and asks if he can transport some dolls, no questions asked, for the princely sum of $1,000. Jesse agrees, desperate to elope with his police-barricaded paramour. Tiffany gets ready for the road trip with a Joan Jett makeover set to Blondie.
Barbie, eat your heart out.
Good thing she had those doll-sized boots and fishnets hanging around, huh? Could use some tips from Chucky when it comes to playing possum, though.
Just act natural.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say act naturally fabulous? Just like with Chucky, the Tiffany doll was described by Mancini in the script, drawn and designed by David Kirshner, and built by Kevin Yeager, returning as puppeteer coordinator. The Tiffany doll had to have all the same capabilities as Chucky, but in a smaller body, requiring more sophisticated, scaled-down technology. Jesse grabs the plastic partners and swings by to pick up Jade, where we learn he has no idea how far $1,000 will go.
I can put a deposit on an apartment. I'll get a job. I'll help put you through college.
Motherfucker, this ain't the 1950s. I've got to agree with Chucky here.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Still, their sappy bullshit is tolerable if it means 2 new fresh bodies for Chucky and Tiffany to transfer their souls into. The kids go inside to pack, not noticing the police acting fishy around Jesse's van. Chucky's ready to remove the roadblock with an old favorite, but Tiff reminds him that this ain't the OG trilogy anymore.
For God's sake, Chucky, drag yourself into the 90s. Stabbings went out with Bundy and Dahmer. You look like Martha Stewart with that thing.
Who the fuck is Martha Stewart?
My idol.
His second choice, a hammer, is called Predictable by Tiffany, calling back to how he already used it as a weapon in the first film. Tiffany encourages creativity, so when Warren comes back to plant some drugs in the vehicle, the dolls lure him to the front and use the airbag as a springboard to fill his face full of nails. I love that little...
I remember this. He looked familiar. Talking about Pinhead, Hellraiser.
Death twitch.
Why does that look so familiar?
That's meant to be a reference to our old pal Pinhead, but the joke's never quite landed right for me.
Oh, speaking of me, when are you going to stop redoing old episodes and finally finish my series?
When you make better movies.
Fair enough.
The dolls here are the most expressive they've ever been.
Facts. I don't know what's like 2 Hellraiser movie, but they're more
This was the first time they had a computer system that allowed them to pre-program the doll mouths before shooting. That way, they'd match the pre-recorded dialogue the same way in every take. This was a huge time saver, freeing up more puppeteers to focus on other things, though it looks like they still had the late Brock Winkless and that headgear getup to do any necessary on-set mouth movements.
And now whatever I say, Chucky says. That's right, Brock.
Both dolls had several versions with different heads that could be swapped in and out. Even with the new innovations, they still required teams of 7 to 9 puppeteers, especially when it came to walking or crawling using the cable versions.
It's a very difficult process with just one doll.
Wow. 7 or more puppeteers that control every movement, like the arm, the foot, the leg, the head. Man, that's a lot of hard work to do for one puppet. Imagine to do 2 puppet. That's crazy.
And when you have 2 and you have 15 people that have to crowd around a small space, it is very difficult.
A lot of the sets had to be built on risers 5 feet up, which was especially difficult in Tiffany's trailer. With the wiring and plumbing needed for all the special effects heavy scenes in there, production designer Alicia Keewan said it was more a work of science than a set. The dolls clean up their mess before their fleshy counterparts return, but there's another problem: Officer Norton, who pulls them over near a crowded parking lot. Jade tries to appeal to Norton's humanity, only to find that he has none.
You seem like really nice kids. It's nothing personal, at least on my part. But
the money. Damn, Jade, can't be throwing hands with a cop in public. That'll get you all sorts of suspicious glances. Jesse sends her inside to cool off, but is similarly incensed once Norton finds the planted drugs. Shit! Outside of the doll antics, that is hands down my favorite part of this movie. It once again falls on Barbie and Clyde to get this show back on the road, so Chucky grabs Tiffany's stolen lighter and baby crawls his way to Norton's car. As the officer radios into the station, Chucky stuffs a burning flannel into his fuel tank.
Aw, damn it, Chucky!
He crawls back, pausing only to flip off a stoner on his way to dinner with Patrick Bateman. Back, pausing only to flip off a stoner.
Oh yeah, I did this one. So I get this photo. It's F code for life. So I need to.
On his way to dinner with Patrick Bateman.
Rude fucking doll.
Norton barely has time to smell the gas before he's incinerated in a fiery explosion. Flaming wreckage goes everywhere, but it doesn't kill anyone else, not even the dude inside this phone booth. Slow motion shows this poor stunt performer ducking out of the way. The surrounding bystanders are quick to accuse Jade and Jesse, so they peel out, leaving a pileup of primary colors in their wake. The supposedly in-love couple immediately suspects one another of being responsible.
You don't think that I had anything to do with that explosion back there, didn't you? No. To be honest, I was thinking the same thing about you.
That $1,000 gonna cover bail too, dude? Jesse gets a call from David, who tells them the cops have them pegged as natural born killers. And because Chucky dropped that stolen lighter at the crime scene, they've been tied to Officer Bailey's murder as well. Their newfound fugitive status doesn't stop Jesse's plan to elope, so he drives to a true detective-looking church in Niagara Falls, which, looking at a map, is the opposite direction of New Jersey, but okay, can't stop young dumb love.
What are you doing? Do you trust me, Jade?
Of course I do.
My ass, 3 minutes ago you were accusing him of murder! Jade pushes her suspicions down and agrees to get married, and while the two recite their vows, Chucky and Tiffany reconcile.
Tiff, I'm sorry for everything.
I guess I can't complain. I mean, I always wanted us to spend more time together.
They're interrupted by a cop in the box, since Warren's not as dead as they thought. If only they had noticed the lack of kill graphic. Chucky thinks that Three's company, so he slings his blade into the police chief, killing him as Jade and Jesse say I do. Talk about signing your life away. Am I right, boomer humorists?
A true classic. Never goes out of style.
That was good.
Bride of Chucky was Jennifer Tilly's first time voice acting. She'd of course go on to do it many more times, including as Bonnie in Family Guy.
If there's anything I can do. There actually is. Could you collect my mail forever? I'm leaving Joe and moving to Europe. I didn't sign up for.
Yeah. So I was right. So I wish you do more like cons and to get. I wish I can get her autograph, Jennifer.
This.
She and Brad Dourif spent 3 days recording their lines prior to the rest of production. Mancini
Look at Tiffany, Jennifer Tilly, or Jennifer Young.
had the idea to put them in recording booths facing each other so they could bounce.
Man, look at the Fedora younger version. In 1998, crazy to now he looked like.
Back and forth and occasionally improvise. Both of them seem to love the experience.
You look like Martha Stewart with that thing.
Oh, what the hell? I need the exercise.
The newlyweds retire to a honeymoon motel where they touch their faces and watch a news report on their supposed killing spree.
In the absence of any other information, these kids have to be considered armed and extremely dangerous.
Detective Lieutenant Preston there is played by Lawrence Dane, last seen on the kill count as Hal in Happy Birthday to Me. Preston says that one of the lovers might be unaware of their partner's murderous tendencies, prompting more suspicious glances between the now married couple. With trust issues this deep, that ring ain't gonna work as a band-aid. All of a sudden, a pair of honeymooners burst in from the adjacent room. These sexy swingers are Russ and Diane, the latter played by Janet Kidder, Margot Kidder's niece. They're looking to join the party, like, you know, in bed. But Jade tells them to clear out, not a fan of this state of affairs. They do, but not before Diane nabs Jesse's wallet, which does not go unnoticed by Tiffany. The dolls sneak into the other couple's room while they're having a sloshy waterbed love sesh. Tiffany paves the way for more female killer dolls by shattering the glass ceiling with a champagne bottle, raining shards of mirror down into the couple's bed and bodies. Water death bed, the bed that wets people. The gory grand gesture is enough to completely win over Chucky.
I love you.
And he nabs Diane's ring finger for a fireplace proposal.
Will you be my bride?
Oh, Chucky.
No, it's of Chucky. Now, a doll marriage, that's one thing. Many a young girl has held such a ceremony. But to christen the marriage, that's entirely different. Chucky's gotta be like a Ken doll down there, right?
I am anatomically correct.
Come again now? Where was that machine in the Good Guy Factory? And wait, you're telling me this doll, who was sleeping in Andy Barclay's bed, had a little plastic package the whole time? That makes his line from the first movie even worse.
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
No! Tiffany takes advantage of her Bay's anatomy, and they have a sex scene shot in the language of a rom-com, with just a hint of butt crack and some tasteful silhouettes that I'll still have to censor since YouTube's such a prude. Come on, YouTube. Even when the sex is safe?
Have you got a rubber?
Have I got a rubber?
Yeah.
Tiff,
What?
look at me. I'm all rubber.
Jennifer Tilly improvised that line about having a rubber, and Dourif came up with his response on the spot. Like I said, they had a lot of fun recording their lines.
When we were doing the looping, David and Dom were saying, well, you know, they'll just drop below frame and have doll sex. And I said, oh, we should make noises. And so me and Brad Dourif were in the recording room making all these little doll sex noises, and it was so much fun.
This whole scene is a great example of how game Jennifer Tilly is to do weird stuff, both as a human and as a doll. Her commitment gave this franchise new life that propelled it into a second act, a raunchier act that required all of the crew to be on board as well.
We built these little tongues that'll actually come out and dart around a little bit and exchange a touch or two.
A housekeeper played by Kathy Najimy finds the watery carnage the next morning. Unable to hocus pocus this mess away, the Sandersons sister acts scared and her scream sends Jesse and Jade on the road again. David arrives in a jump scare, having come to see them after they each called him the night before, whining about how they think the other one might be a killer. Hey, wait, why is David riding with them on this trip now? Did he walk to the motel or take a taxi to Niagara Falls? Because of their twin suspicions, David figures that neither can be the killer. Oh good, you two can trust each other for a few whole minutes again. The good vibes end when David delivers an amazing line read.
Arrow, take it back. Take it back, Arrow. What's good? I really enjoyed that movie. You know how to do, Arrow. For you, Arrow, you know?
Might have to block you. Probably do.
Just kidding, Arrow. You know, I like your Puerto Rican.
Oh, something really stinks in here.
And finds Clifford the Big Red Body. He grabs Warren's firearm, and Jesse and Jade immediately accuse each other again. Fucking just shoot them both, dude. After they pull over, Chucky and Tiffany finally reveal themselves. Nobody move! The surprise! Freaks out David so bad, he wanders into traffic and gets sent to his final destination by a passing semi-truck. Damn, that boy popped like a human water balloon. The dolls force the couple back on the road and make introductions, reintroductions, and meta jokes.
How did you end up like this?
Well, it's a long story.
It sure is.
In fact, if it was a movie, it would take 3 or 4 sequels just to do it justice.
Jesse finally understands after like 12 or 13 double takes. They trade in Jesse's van for a less conspicuous RV, whose owners we see have been killed off screen and unceremoniously stuffed into a closet. Tiffany makes herself at home on the range stove and prepares Jade's body for her soul housing, giving her a Monster High makeover. Unsure of how else to get out of this situation, Jesse recalls some motherly advice that Tiffany gave him earlier.
Never take her for granted. It's like my mother always used to say, a woman spends all day slaving over a hot stove for a man, the least he can do is the dishes.
He uses Tiffany's reverence for her mother and decides to stir up trouble in paradise.
She's not much of a housekeeper, is she?
Tiff? Those dishes aren't gonna wash themselves, you know.
Chucky takes the bait and makes one demand too many, and the ensuing argument quickly turns personal.
Take it from me, honey. Plastic is no substitute for a nice hunk of wood.
Well, depends on if it's got batteries or not. The domestic dispute gives Jade the opening to knock Tiffany up and into the oven like she were a witch from a fairy tale. Jesse follows suit by knocking Chucky out the window, but a bullet spray causes him to drive the RV off the side of the road. Great vehicle crash here. Call me simple, but I love when cars go boom. Tiffany escapes extra toasty, looking like Chucky at the end of the original film. But Jesse manages to intervene and save his, I guess wife? Never really thought about how they're married now. A loose wire sets off an action movie explosion that hurls Jesse away from the RV. He survives, but sees Chucky.
That was a great scene, the explosion with the trailer.
Chucky forcing Jade to carry him to the cemetery. Jesse chases after them with Tiffany in tow. She is not having a comfortable time. At the cemetery, Chucky shoots the state medical examiner, digging up his body because of its connection to the murders. Talk about a graveyard shift. He forces Jade to exhume his bastard skelly body and gets his hands on the bling that's gonna make him a damn bala. Jesse arrives with Tiffany and puts his gun up to her head, turning her into Peanut Butter Baby. They have themselves a good old-fashioned hostage exchange, during which Tiffany regrets her taste in men.
Why can't I ever get it on with the real good guys?
Her hesitation is only compounded after the couples reunite.
Catch me, Chucky.
Come on, Charles. She might be a bit...
Damn, like that, Charo, I want a Cacharo. Come on, Chucky, like that. Poor Tiffany.
Overdone, but she still sounds like Jennifer Tilly. Chucky decides to go tit for tat, but Jesse spins around and takes the knife instead. The injury incapacitates him and allows the killer doll to regain control of the situation. We get our third voodoo incantation of the film, and since it's their grand finale, Tiffany wants to cap it off with a final kiss. And she means final kiss, since Jade and Jesse's flip-floppy romance has inspired her to stab Chucky in the back. This bride's going Frankenstein in a big way.
Oh, Chucky, look at us. Don't you see? We belong dead.
But as we all know, Chucky's resilient, so true to form, he springs back to life and beats down Tiffany with a shovel. A top-down shot shows us their all-out doll fight! During this down and dirty battle, which I can really dig, the duo was played by Debbie Lee Carrington and a returning Ed Gale. Chuck ultimately comes out on top and stabs Tiffany in the heart.
My mother always told me love would set me free.
Get off my knife. Damn, Chucky, have a heart. Jesse remembers that this is child's play, and puts Chucky back into his grave. Lieutenant Preston arrives and stops Jade from shooting the possessed plaything, but she yoinks his gun, tradesies, and prepares to do it anyway. Chuck lets us know that there are more sequels to be had.
Go ahead and shoot. I'll be back. I always come back.
With one
That's my favorite line.
Last quip.
But dying is such a bitch.
The good guy is blown away, his doll body sliding down to join his human body in the grave. At least that'll save the county on funeral service costs. Having seen the deadly dolls firsthand, Preston waves away this movie's conflict.
Jesse and Jade? Hell, they didn't do it.
Guess Roswell that ends well. He lets them go with nothing worse than a contradictory command.
You two go on home and stay put.
Well, which is it? Better let them know before they walk all the way back from frickin' Jersey. Preston stays behind and comes across Tiffany's charred body. The burnt-up bride springs back to life for a last-minute scare and goops the detective with a face full of blood before finally taking her last breath. Turns out Chucky's rubber wasn't protective enough, and all that fire baked up a bun in the oven. It comes crawling out of Tiffany, and the movie ends with the Hellspawn attacking a screaming Preston for our final kill. How many people objected to life during this unholy matrimony? Let's find out. And this time, I'm ready for those killer dolls. Oh, shit, where'd they go? Hey, stop that! Hey, you two, stop! Gross, get a room! It's not my house. 14 people died in Bride of Chucky, 10 men and 4 women, giving us this father of the pie chart. Now, things are going to get a little complicated. Chucky had 6 individual kills and 3 with Tiffany. I'll put them all on the point chart. An asphyxiation, an electrocution, an incineration, 2 bladed kills, 3 gun kills, and a miscellaneous, which was David going splat. Now, Tiffany is going to have her own point chart, although it will recount their joint kills, David and the RV owners they shot. On her own, she added 3 bladed kills, if you count the glass shards as such. Now, here's how their kills break down on an individual versus combined basis, and here is the continuing installment comparisons, Bride taking the lead by far. With a runtime of 89 minutes, we had a kill on average every 6.36 minutes. Golden Chainsaw for Coolest Kill has a bunch of options, but right now, I'm feeling it should go to Russ and Diane. It's so spectacularly violent and memorable, with the glass and water going.
Yeah, this was the best death scene.
Everywhere. It's arguably the goriest kill in the movie, and it's enough to make Chucky put a ring on it. Doll Machete for Lama's kill will go to the RV couple, killed off screen and probably undeserving of it. I bet they were retirees just trying to road trip, you doll monsters! And Champion Chuckle for Funniest Part also has a lot of options, but I have to go with the line that has stuck with me the most.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. How effing rude. See? See what happened, Arrow? You talking about Chucky, the worst movie, Bride of Chucky? You know you get this. Just kidding, Arrow.
For all these years.
Rude fucking doll.
And that's it. Bride of Chucky came out in 1998 and was the Chucky movie when I was getting into horror. Its sequel would come out 6 years later and leave many people upset. I'll show you next week. But until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count. Bring your agent into Monday.com. Your Claude, ChatGPT, and Copilot agents working.
We've seen the invisible. We've lived with the monster. We've counted the count.
Excellent.
But now it's time to let our leg hair out and howl at the moon. The Wolfman.
Wolf, gypsy woman, murder, what is this?
Another classic Universal monster movie.
Oh.
Watch as Larry Talbot returns to his father at home, a place he once believed he grew out of, which he probably did. Look at him.
That's funny.
See as Larry Talbot gets bitten by a werewolf and becomes one himself.
You mean runs around on all fours and bites and snaps and baits?
So if we're gonna finish the Chucky series, we need to finish the Seed of Chucky, then the other 2 movie, The Curse of Chucky, and the other one. Maybe during halfway during October, we should do like the old school classic horror movie. I know Geek Zip like the old school classic horror movies.
Is it the moon?
And listen to a poem about werewolves, repeated over and over.
Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms.
The autumn moon is bright. So you know that one too, huh?
This weekend, watch the film that set the ground rules for werewolves and wolfmen.
Oh, I see.
Then on Sunday, assuming it doesn't get blocked by a copyright claim,
Hold your tongue, Mrs. Williams. Do you know that's slander?
watch the Wolfman Kill Count, only on Dead Meat.
I'm going now. And heaven help you.
The Wolfman can currently be watched on the pictured streaming platforms. Dead Meat always recommends you watch the movie for yourself before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own properly informed opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of watching a film.
Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count Recount. Big thanks to Zoran for coming over and being Pinhead in that stupid big mask in this hot-ass studio.
It's okay. You finish my movies when you have time. Or you just make Zoran do them. Because he's used to doing shit.
Also, thanks Assistant Ben, he's been doing the set deck, and my housemate James Gressel has been controlling the Chucky and all the to the numbers bits. And the Child's Play 2 one, he smacked me in the head pretty fucking hard with one. Thanks for your patience about the Child's Play 3 recount. The copyright claim was a big ol' fucking headache. I want to thank some patrons like Jerry Paulson, Josh Ten, Josh Moniz, Julian Embat, Kevin Michael Pearson, Horror Movie Person 123, Lexi, Lone Wolf, and Luca. Thanks everyone. Be good people.
All right, guys. This is the end of the show. And, you know, I will give everybody to hit the link, but we're not going to hit the link. Only one people are watching, but it's all right. But, you know, it's the weekend. People at work tomorrow. And for next time, we're still going to continue watching the JDF interview. And the next Chucky movie will be The Seed of Chucky. And so far, that's it. And I will go live streaming probably this week, but I need to work on my editing video and transfer everything to 4K. Remember, people, like, share. See you on the next video. Peace. Rudy is out. And have a great night.